What's up, guys? How's it going? We have over $800 in sales. There's 37 items, I think, so a little bit lower than typical, but we're gonna roll with it. I put the Bears flag over here instead of the clothing rack just because I think the lighting's a little bit better. And I was with Bo Johnson on a live for his YouTube channel, and he was talking all things reselling with me, trying to figure out, how the operation's going with to share to his audience some of the things I'm doing. And I had a really great time, but I noticed his camera is so much better than mine. And I thought it all had to do with lighting, but he just said, "Hey, I have a really nice camera." So that's why the YouTube videos that are on the iPhone is so much better, the production videos, and then when the lives come in, it's just slightly not as pretty. But I'm gonna figure out a way to either. I don't think I connect the iPhone. I don't think I can connect my iPhone to this iMac because the iMac's too old. It's a 2013, but eventually I'll make some money and I'll buy a better camera, and there's a way to sync it so you can use a camera as like a live streaming. But anyway, sales have been good. I hope everyone out there has been doing pretty good. I had some older items that are kind of picking up in sales, and then I also sold a Indianapolis Colts hoodie. So I wonder if NFL is more seasonal than I thought, because I typically stay away from like streetwear, like too much pop culture. I kind of do a lot of just men's modern casual wear. But this hoodie sold, and I've had it for a long time. So I wonder if because of the draft and all that, things are kind of changing. So let's talk about this brand here. This is Nat Nast. I don't know if you guys know Nat Nast, but this one sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Shipping is $8.99 on all items because I'm ruthless when it comes to shipping. Prices are going up. My prices for shipping have been high. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Also, if you guys don't follow the Taylor Exchange Facebook business page, I'm trying to open a local spot in my town, and I actually have the live going on my phone to my left, and they're going to hang out. There's nobody currently watching, but that's because nobody really knows that Facebook channel is there. The Facebook profile is there, but I am passing cards out. If you guys have not made business cards and you're having a business where you're like, picking up, momentum and stuff, the business cards can be great even for part-time resellers. Back before I went full-time, I would pass them out looking for, oh, Seth's leaving. Say goodbye, buddy. Say see you later.
Can't wave yet.
All right. See you, Seth. That was my wife and son. We've been working on feeding him oatmeal for the first time. So he did not like it. But hopefully the daycare can kind of like speed him up on eating whole foods. All right, a little distracted. But okay, so yeah, I was back to business cards. Before I had business cards, they were just basic logo. I made it on Paint, actually, before I even knew Canva existed. And I would pass them out at garage sales, and I'd say, hey, if you had any video games, please call me back. I ended up getting 2 callbacks on my cards, and one of them was the best video game haul I've ever gotten. It was N64 in the box, 11 in the box games. It was an older woman, maybe like not too old, but she was her kid was moved out of the house, and she had all his collection of games, and she sold them all for, I think, $300, and there was like NES games and stuff like that. So it was a crazy haul. I actually kept Mario Kart new in the box, or not new in the box, but open box. That's the only game I kept out of the lot because it's worth like $235 or something like that. It's in mint condition pretty much, but it is not sealed, but you know what I'm saying. So I kept that one and sold the rest. But anyway, so business cards, it's a great way. What I'm doing for my business now, I'm trying to open like a mini Plato's Closet in my hometown, passing cards out, just talking, beating the streets is what one business owner told me to do. So, I'm just trying to like spread the word, to tell them what I'm doing and trying to, get some items, man. I want to get some items in hand without having to like hunt for them all the time. Like, so anyway, Nat Nast. Now this was a silk blended polo. It sold really good money. Silk blend, linen blend. You guys know the drill. That's the good stuff, man. And when I say that is like, if there's a lower end brand that can't stand alone as like a cotton or polyester sale, if it's in linen or silk, there's a better chance that it can sell. So it's going to be 7 ounces. Really good here. Pretty excited. But yeah, I hope everyone's sales have been good. I hope people have been working hard. I noticed since my employee's been coming out and knocking out like 80 to 100 something photos when she works and then listing like a quarter of that amount. And I've noticed I've not wanted to take photos as frequent because I have them all on the computer and I can just post like 35, 40 a day. So I need to do photos today. She's coming in on Tuesday. And yeah, it's good to have help, but like it's making me lazier. You know, I'm trying to, and it's not like my YouTube quality has gone up. So there's a video that I'm gonna make. It's called like hometown thrift stores. I'll do like a deep dive into like everywhere where I can source in my town, as far as like a physical store. And there's only 2 that are really good, and then the other ones like they're okay, but they're not like there's just not enough volume, so it's kind of hard to get the stuff. Here's this Indianapolis Colts hoodie. Like I said, I've had it. It's 96.10, so I'm at like I think 16,000 on the labels. So this has been in the store for a minute. It's gonna go first class. We use the legal flat rates for first class, and now we're gonna box it back up. Road Trip and Drone says yo, and you also said dang. Must have been talking about the video game deal. And then Jack says look out to moose. Look out a moose. Oh yeah, the Abercrombie little. I know. It's a soft shirt, man. I actually got it, and they don't sell like as good as I thought they did, so I just kept it. It could probably sell for like $14, but you know. Oh, the mic, man. Has the audio been good? The mic wasn't placed where it typically is stationed. I forget that a lot, man. I'm sure you'd have said something. Also, I saw the settings on my mic on my iMac were low, so like some of the videos might have been a little softer because it like turned the mic setting down. I don't know how that happened. I may have done it, but I don't think so. So the mic should be decent. It's such a cheap mic, man. It's this toner mic, and I got it on Facebook Marketplace like two or 3 years ago for $15, and it's only like a $40 mic. So I don't have the Blue Yeti pill mic. You know, those are like super expensive. Audio equipment and YouTube stuff it's pricey, man. Some of those cameras people are using are like $500 to $1,000, $500 to $1,000. Anyway, the Colts hoodie sold for 18 plus 9, so pretty good on the Colts hoodie. They're not even going to be that good this year, but somebody's paying up to root for their team. Let's weigh this one out. Okay, this is going to be first class. I love the first class stuff. This is a Lucky brand. It's a long sleeve Henley. I go pretty deep into Henleys, especially in the winter. Henleys almost replace shorts in the winter for me, like Henleys and thermals. And then whenever it flops, whenever it flops, it typically goes to shorts, shorts Henley. This 14 ounces. You can expect to get anywhere from like 15 shipped to like 30 shipped, just depending on color, size. This one's a medium, so not as great, but still a sale nonetheless. Keenan Moore, first class items can go in that priority box. Well, what do you mean? It's going to cost more, right? In priority, first class is a little bit cheaper. I mean, of course it can fit in there. It can fit in there for sure, but the hoodie was over £1. Road Trip and Drone went to the bins yesterday for the first time. I lost track of time. Laugh out loud. 30 pounds of decent fines. Is it like the casino? There's no clocks in the bins, so you just get stuck there, waiting for the next hit. To keep you motivated. I've never been. I've been to one. I've been to one in Austin, and I didn't really want to wait around. Austin had a lot of cool things, and I didn't have much time there, so I didn't want to like hang out in Austin. Adam Haig, what's up, man? He's the first. Actually, you're the second viewer on the Facebook Live. Glad to have you in, man. I've seen you like boosting up my profile on that, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, the activity's been low, but I just wonder if not a lot of people in town know that I'm trying to start a brick and mortar type business in town. So, thanks, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're just shipping items here. This is a Dahui hybrid shorts. Dahui can be good, but this one didn't sell for much. I'm not really sure if it's the color or if the size was too big, but sizing has a lot to do with sales. The size was pretty good. I think it's because it was brown. It was like a brown color. Nobody's trying to wear brown at the beach or the ocean. Good to see you. Yeah, Adam. Yeah, good to see you too, man. At least it's first class though, man. Are you guys doing anything different with like the increase in shipping that's coming this summer? You guys like getting away from priority, or are you doing more priority because first class is going to be like pricing out a couple of those margins for the lighter stuff? So I got a barbecue at my dad's today. Pretty excited about. He's doing brisket and potatoes. so happy that he does brisket, man. It's so good. Here's a brand that's a bit on the fence. It's English Laundry. English Laundry has like some really cool prints. They have some cool like textured type shirts where they have, like I don't even know how to say it. This was a linen blend though. It went for $10.79 plus shipping. It's a short sleeve button shirt. And yeah, English Laundry, I sell it a lot. I mean, a lot of people pass on it. Usually you can get it for like less than $4 at the thrift store. But it does good for me. Let's see. So the next video I want to put out is going to be like the weekly sold. That's going to be on Tuesday, the best of the week. And then I think I want to do that hometown thrift video by Friday. I want to get that done. And I think it's going to be a good video. I may film some of it on Monday and then like I'll have to change clothes and then film the rest on like Tuesday because some stores are open on Monday and some are on Tuesday. And I don't really want to spend a whole day like filming and thrifting because honestly, some of the stores that I show off, I'm not going to find like that many items because it's just not that good of ones. Adam over here on Facebook says, found one of their shirts, feels like good quality. Yeah, they definitely can have some really unique pieces, things that really stick out. And I always, I don't know, for some reason, whenever I see English Laundry tags and shirts, I think a rock star is going to wear this. Like someone in a band is going to have this like British look, that's what I think. And they're cool. This one is an Izod. I don't know if you guys pick up Izod. It's just a cotton, but it's a 2XL blue plaid. So it went for $10 plus $8.99 shipping. Really good here. I got a double measure too. Okay. So we're at 12 ounces on the Lacoste. Or no, not Lacoste, Izod. I was getting Izod and Lacoste because they have the vintage Izod Lacoste whenever it's they used to be, I guess, partners or one company, maybe. I'm not really sure. But the Izod Lacoste stuff is very, very good money. I sell like the cardigans, the sweaters, things like that. Derek says, been listing parcel select ground and then priority mail items for over £1. More people have been going for parcel select ground. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that definitely helps. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely the population out there that wants it same day or next day. That's why they go to Amazon for that Amazon Prime shipping. But depending on where you're at in the country, like I'm in the middle of the country, or like, south, middle south, that the items going east to west coast is actually like about the same rather than going coast to coast. Because I think that can be a little bit annoying for people. This is Wrangler Cargo Camo shorts. It went for $8 plus shipping. It was a big size 40, 42. Well, it's a size 40, but it actually measures to a 42. The thing with Wrangler Cargo Camo is those bigger sizes are what you'll see in the thrift store a lot because a lot of big guys wear them and a lot of people don't buy them because there's only so many like really big guys out there. So I'll pick them up. I don't mind selling this for, $17. It does have to go priority. The bigger the size, the higher the chance you're going to have a priority shipment. So $7.60 on that. Been crushing these Diet Dr. Peppers. I'm trying not to drink the Venoms and the energy drinks every day of the week. I'm only drinking those on my long sourcing days if I'm on like a long drive or need the extra boost. But yeah, Diet, I mean, it's okay. I mixed it with some Jameson because I was doing like the Irish car bombs during the Super Bowl. And then I bought like a whole bottle of Jameson. And then I like stopped buying all the other ingredients. So then I just had this bottle of Jameson. I was like, well, what am I going to mix it with? And my wife's like, just use the Diet Dr. Pepper. So I got into that Friday night. And it was good. I hadn't drank since the Super Bowl actually. And yeah, it was all right, man. I'm not like big on drinking, but every now and then, definitely during football season, I'll throw back some beers with my dad. Or have you guys ever worked like construction or just like outside for 8 hours and then like an ice cold beer? That's like one of the best things, in my opinion. So we've got Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a 2XL in black. Anytime I see solid black Polo Ralph Lauren, I always try to figure out if the condition's good enough. And if the size is like high, like a 2XL, a bigger size, I definitely go for it. This one went for $14.35 plus shipping. So it's like that $22, $23 mark. Yeah. So Road Trip and Drone says, I scored a thermal Henley Lacoste yesterday. It says 9, which online translates to a 4XL, but I really don't like it. Doesn't really look that big. Any experience with Lacoste sizes? Yeah, I have it saved so that I can pull up the web thing, the web page to see it, because I don't remember them I don't find them that often. If it says 4XL and like, I guess if you remember the pit to pit, drop that into the chat. But a pit to pit for an XL is like 24 to 25, and then 2XLs 25, 26, 3XLs 26, 27. So if it's not over 27, then you might want to put like 4XL parentheses 3XL or even 2XL. It's going to hurt like the chances of selling quickly, but that's what I would do so that it kind of protects you. You're like, well, hey, I put in there that at 3XL. Some people understand what that is and some people don't. So a lot of times items get donated because they shrink and the person can't wear them because it just doesn't fit anymore. We got another Ralph Lauren. This is another black one, but this is an XL and it's the classic size, and it sold for like $6 less than the last 2XL. So you're looking at like $877 plus shipping on this one, which isn't great, but like, if you can get these for $3, that's okay money. You just got to sell a lot of them. So we're taking the bag off of that because it'll actually go under 8 ounces if I take that bag out. That clear bag actually weighs 0.02 ounces is the clear poly bags. That's the 1.5 mil ones, 10 by 13. So if you take that out, you save it, and you can clear it right under the 12 ounce mark. Because if it's 12.1 ounces, I don't like to put 12. I mean, if they weigh it, you will get like charged like that $1 or whatever it is for the next like payment, for the weight, the next rate. Adam says, I just started Poshmark a week ago. How quickly should I reasonably expect to get one sale per day? I've never sold on Poshmark, so I couldn't tell you. Man. I mean, it's cool to diversify for sure in case something happens to an account, or maybe you have something that sells better on that account. But I'm not the guy to ask. I would talk to like Kaylee Eileen's YouTube channel. She does Poshmark and eBay, and she's a higher seller than I am, so she might be able to tell you. Let's see. We've got American Eagle. This is the CGSI shorts. So that's kind of like their fatigue, I guess, military style. It's got these buckles on the side that you would see on like the military pants. And yeah, it's sold decent. It went $14.39 plus shipping. Went to somebody in Texas, so that's cool. Let's see. I'll get to you. No one designs, but Road Trip and Drone says the pit to pit is 23 inches. Yeah, so that's measuring out to like a large. And I don't do this anymore because usually if I hold it up and it says 4XL or whatever, I'm like, that's clearly not big enough. But I've done this in the past. I'll cut the size off so that you can't see what the size is, and I'll list it as a large. So I wouldn't recommend that because it's kind of shady, but I mean, it does work. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. But because if like the inseam of a jean is 4 inches off and it's not hemmed, like it just shrank, sometimes I would do that. But I really got away from those methods. I just try not to buy that stuff. Sometimes I'll just redonate it if it's way too far off like that. But you can try it. I don't know where the tag is though. Sometimes you can't cut the tags off. Lacoste has 3 fits. You might want. Oh yeah, they have different fits too. It's just hard to tell with Lacoste what the size is. He says you'll just note it and repost it. The problem is you have to put large somewhere in there because if you just put 4XL, nobody that fits that's gonna ever look at that listing. So you'll have to put you could put 4XL and then put actual and put large in the title. That might work. But yeah, that's kind of that's way far. That's really far off. It kind of stinks. Yeah, no one design says the size chart fit will state measurements. You can compare it with the item you have. Yeah, it's just like all the time it takes to do it. I mean, honestly, I pass on a lot of Lacoste for that exact reason. It's still a good brand, but I wouldn't consider it like a great brand. Yeah. So we got 30 people. Oh my God. I just hit my table. We got 28 people. Two people just bounced. 28 people on the YouTube live with 14 likes. I really appreciate that. And we got Adam holding the fort down on the Facebook Live, man. Thank you. Okay, I got some Patagonia shorts that sold, but that just sold just now, so I don't have them in the bucket next to me. These are RVCA. It's got some palm trees on it. It's like this pink swim trunks. Really cool. Somebody was battling back and forth with me on this one. I have it for $15.99 plus shipping. And then he said, I think he said $6, and I countered with 12. And then he countered with 10, so I accepted it. I mean, I almost like commented like, man, you drive a hard bargain. But when he said $6, I said, well, that's way too low, man. Like, I'm not doing that. So pretty cool though. Randy, my employee, if you guys saw that video about her, I did, I kind of just talk to people whenever I'm trying to like, get something, or I don't know, like Indeed is just so different nowadays, man. Indeed, I just got like a lot of people, and then a lot of people didn't show up for interviews when I did Indeed, and it was just a big waste of time. It was a big headache. It's kind of stressful. So this next round, when I went to hire my employee, I just talked to different people that were working jobs at places I typically go to. Retail is a good job. Another thing is, I was thinking, if I'm going to hire another employee, like say the business gets a little bigger, I may talk to the people doing the Walmart drop off, like they're not baggers, but like, they're running to your cart and then they drop your groceries off if you do the pre-order. And I was talking to a young guy today about it, and I think he'd be a good fit. Like, I think it'd be great. He's in school and stuff, and he does that part-time. Like maybe I can have him come in and just do some part of the business. I'm not really sure what, but prep items or something, take tags off, just something easy like that. Thing is, you have to have enough work for them typically for them to make it worth their while. So let's see. This one was 7 ounces. This is an Adidas tank top. So I was talking about tank tops. I buy all the athletic brand tank tops because this sold for $12.99 plus shipping. So that's pretty good for a tank top. It was camouflage though. Camouflage typically sells for more. So that's cool. Also wanted to note those FootJoys that I made like incredible sales on. I actually got my hands on 15 more of them. A friend of mine found them at a thrift store in the Dallas area, and she bought them for me. So I'm going to go meet up with her whenever I go down there again. And I'm going to get her a gift card, Starbucks gift card. So Cynthia, if you're watching the replay or if you're in the chat now, like, thank you very much. Those are great, great polos. Adam says on Facebook, found a Patagonia quarter zip fleece yesterday for $1, but it's small, a men's. Could I list it as a women's medium and get some more? Let me see. Press see more. Get away with it. Honestly, what do you guys think on YouTube? 27 of you guys. Like, Adam's got a question on Facebook about a Patagonia men's small. Do you think he should list it as like unisex? And possibly, I don't know if I would list it as the other gender if it is truly a men's. But I sold it was a youth girls size 810 Patagonia, like a better sweater maybe. And it was the quarter zip. Is that the better sweater? I'm not sure. It sold for $40, like really fast. So like you're still going to make decent money on that. And the other thing is, I think women on eBay and stuff, they search men's anyway, because I mean, you see the women in the thrift store in the men's section looking for the jeans and stuff, like the cool things or whatever, like the baggy stuff. So Eric says unisex is legit. Okay, so yeah, Eric says it works. Derek says, yeah, just include the full measurements. I use Sizely. I don't know what Sizely is. You must be talking about the Lacoste one though. But yeah, I don't know. There's a couple options. Unisex. It's kind of like Converse, right? Converse have men and women's size. Like, I don't know if a men's hoodie is like strictly for men's, but I just don't want to like lie on the listing, because if someone they can use that as leverage to try to like, like finagle you. And it's not really lying, but it's kind of like, don't list it as strictly a woman's because it is a men's, but you need to somehow like advertise it that a woman could wear it too. So I don't know exactly how to do that. That's a good question. I did talk to somebody in a thrift store once who she buys the Wrangler 13 MWZs, and she lists those as women's if the waist is low enough. So I thought that was interesting. She says they sell for like $50, and I thought that was insane. She showed me her Poshmark solds, and it was pretty high. So okay, right here, this is a great one. This is RLX Ralph Lauren jacket, and it's blue camel, but it has company logos on it. It's not like a stitched embroidery. It's actually like printed on the jacket. And the company, though, it's called Wheels Up. And if you guys have never heard of Wheels Up, it's like a private plane company that sets flights for like these really wealthy people in the Dallas Fort Worth area, I guess. So I bought a men's Grayson track jacket. I bought, I think, 3 of these RLXs, and this is the first one to sell. So $30 plus $8.99 shipping, even though it has a company logo on it. And the reason I decided to go for it was when I looked up Wheels Up, because I mean, honestly, when I looked up Wheels Up, before I looked it up, when I read Wheels Up, I was thinking of Heelys. I was thinking of, like, I don't know, a rollerblading company, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Wheels Up is a pretty expensive, pricey thing. So I'm just hoping that whoever buys this RLX blue camo jacket doesn't try to like steal one of those private planes because they have a work jacket. I hope that's not the case, but maybe it's a worker that got a job there and they want to, get a nice jacket. So, and RLX stuff it's really nice. 12 ounces. It's lightweight. Yeah. No One Design says, don't list with a gender. Let the buyer decide. Just provide a lot of measurements. Plus, look for telltale signs for male or female, like button placement. No. He said it's a men's small, but yeah. He knows it's a man's. He's just wondering if he can, like, list it as a woman's. So, Miss Lachey says, I would list it as it is. Women know what size is comparable in men's. There you go. From a woman. That's a good thing. Way to go. So, yeah. Great tip. Okay. 12 ounces on this one. I like the 12 ounce rate, man. It's just a little bit better than the 15 ounce rate. This one's going to, is MA Maryland or Maine? Maryland, Maine? I'm a little rusty when it comes to like things like that, like school stuff. I was a decent student, but I was like, played a lot of sports. So sometimes I would not do my homework as well as I should have because I was just too tired and stuff. Okay. We have a Ralph Lauren. This is a pink long sleeve button shirt. If you guys are in the area where I live in Wichita Falls. If you guys didn't know, I'll tell the 36 of you. I don't know. Okay. MA is Massachusetts, not Maine or Maryland. It's Massachusetts. Holy cow. I feel like I offended a lot of Northeasterners by saying something like that. But you got to remember, I'm from Texas. Like, our education system is not as sharp as we would like. I don't think. I mean, we're smart in a lot of things, but I did not get the best education. So, another thing I'd like to point out though is, I was talking about where I live. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to buy a lot of people's Ralph Lauren gear in town. If you guys are tired of wearing it, or maybe it's like a little faded, I can provide money for that. Like I said, people on YouTube, the 37 with the 19 likes. If you didn't know, I'm trying to set up a Plato's Closet in my town. It's a town of 100,000 people, so we have no Plato's Closets. We have 2 legit thrift stores, and we have some other smaller ones. And we have a lot of boutique shops and a lot of consignment stores, which are really nice and fancy, but they don't do men's clothes. So I'm trying to fill the gap. That's why, if you guys are new to the YouTube live today, I'm on Facebook Live over here. So I'll be looking all over the place. And honestly, I need to learn how to look into the camera more. Like, it's very hard to stare at these lenses. I thought about making like eyeballs next to the one lens, or like making a face out of it so I can get used to just staring at it, because it is difficult. Usually I look at myself or I look at the chat, but I don't know. I really noticed it. I went on Bo Johnson's channel. If you guys don't know Bo Johnson, he's in Oregon and he's a reseller. He's a step ahead of me. So if you guys still want good information on reselling, he's putting out a lot of content. I was on his live talking about the business, and I could tell I was not looking at the camera the whole time. So I'm sorry. Bo. I wish I'd have done better, man. I mean, it was fun. I may do another one with him sometime. I really enjoyed talking to him. He actually gave me some very valuable information. So really looking forward to that. Retro by Disney says, I'm from Tennessee. Cry face emoji. Yeah, okay. Tennessee's great. Tennessee, I look at it as the little cousin to Texas. Maybe because it's right next to each other in the alphabet. Tennessee, Texas. When you do those little drop downs, select your state. And it stinks because when you put TE, it always goes to Tennessee first and not Texas. And I'm just like, damn. Anyway, Eric says, I recently purchased a lot of almost new Dickies uniform jeans. Should I try to get these uniform tags off or sell it as is? Oh, is it a company uniform? Like, honestly, man, I don't do much work, right? Like if the item has something on it, I just take a picture of it. Like I listed a couple shoes, which photographing and listing shoes, it just reminded me why I'm trying to get out of shoes. Yeah, armor mark or whatever, I'd leave it on. I just leave it on. So I was listing shoes and it said $9.99 and I never got it off with like the wash. So I just took a picture of the price and I listed them for like $39. There were some Hokas, women's, and I was like, screw it. Because I'm not trying to take time to scrub that off. I'm not trying to get like, maybe those shoes will go for 60. I'm not doing it because it could take like an hour. Like it really does sneak up on you when you start doing something you're not used to doing. But I really don't need to be buying shoes. Some days at the thrift, I feel like going to the shoes and then it's hard to pass it up whenever a nice pair comes across my vision, All right. This is a Peter Millar Polo. It's like the mint green and white striped. Let's see. Derek says, put a Beanie Baby by the camera and talk to it. I don't own any Beanie Babies, but that's a good idea. It's tricky, man. It's very tricky. It's definitely a skill, And hey, I actually heard, I'm not going to pay for it, but there's some software that if you're looking down, it'll actually make your eyes go up and look at the camera. It's some AI software that can do that. So it actually eliminates that problem altogether. So very crazy what AI's coming up with. And people are making all these different like accessories to the AI engines and stuff. And it's becoming pretty cool, but they all want like 50 a month, like 30 to 50 a month for those services. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. This is the Blair denim long sleeve button shirt. Really love the denim stuff. Anything long sleeve button denim, long sleeve pearl snap denim, I almost pick up without even question. The button one, some of the cheaper brands I'll pick up. Now this one in particular, it's a size large. I don't know if it's the Blair cut, but this size and this style I've sold for closer to $50. This one went for 20 plus $8.99, so like $30 pretty much. So I don't know. I did take an offer. I listed it $29.99, but sometimes you can list that stuff a lot higher. The Pearl Snap Ralph Lauren's you can get a lot of money for. All right. Really happy about today though. I got to mow though. Have you guys been mowing the lawn lately? Whew, it's getting pretty long out there. YouTube, you hang out for like a second. I'm going to wrap up Facebook Live. I don't know how long we can go on Facebook Live, but I appreciate Adam for checking in. I had a really good time talking to you, and I'll see you guys next time. It's ending. All right, there we go. Facebook. And you know what? I'm just going to next. I'm going to say delete after 30 days. Post for 30 days. I don't know why it defaults to that. Probably because it's hard to keep that much like data on Facebook. Like YouTube's already like such a built out company that they're okay to keep videos on for hopefully ever. I hope my videos stay on there for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah. There goes that. I'm gonna try to do some more of that. I need to boost. If you guys didn't know, Taylor Exchange business page on Facebook, please go like, please follow. I'm trying to build it up. I haven't marketed towards my town just yet, but when I do, that page will get a lot bigger. It's hard, man. I mean, you got to get out there and talk to people. Follow all the weather people, the newscasters. I don't want to just start following a bunch of people unless I like their content, but I don't know. Just trying to figure out how to do Facebook. Maybe I should just do that. Follow everybody in town. Yeah, that's probably what everyone else does. And then I'll just fall into their feeds. I guess but what if you just follow them and they never follow you back? The people that have tons of followers and they don't follow anybody. I don't know. Here's Roper. Do you guys pick up Roper? This is like a beige. It's got like this little Southwestern I don't know if it's Aztecian type stuff. Short sleeve pearl snap. This one went for 12 plus $8.99 shipping. $21 on the Roper. Pretty good. Roper, I mean, I'll spend up to 5, but it kind of has to have something going for it. If it's just a plain color, I try not to spend more than 3. Yeah, let's see. 7 ounces though. That's cool. $4.20. So yeah, let's see who's talking about the. Is it called Armamark? Armamark. Yeah, Miss Lachey says it's a very large company, so yeah, decent buyer group. Yeah, you'll have people that they're day oneers or week oneers, and they go to eBay to buy their uniforms because it's a little bit cheaper. Unless they give uniforms out, then people who need to replace it may need to buy it and don't get free ones, so then they go to eBay. So yeah. DMNC says, what is the best cargo shorts brand you usually pick up? So yeah, the one that I can find most frequently is gonna be, oh man, it's kind of tough because each brand has ones that sell better than others, right? So one of the best ones is Abercrombie and Fitch, like camo cargo. Anything camo cargo does well. Polo Ralph Lauren cargo shorts, they do well. I've sold them for $30 before. Some American Eagle can do okay, but it's a little bit more saturated, so it takes longer to sell them. Jet Lag, I've only found it 3 times, but they've all sold for over $40, even with stains and stuff. That one's a little more rare. So yeah, if you find Rock Revival, any of the more designer brands in pretty much anything's going to be pretty good. But the common ones would be Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, Polo Ralph Lauren. Those are probably the big 4. So yeah, but I mean, I just sold like a Patagonia one, but I don't find that very often in my area. So this was a cool one right here. Anytime you see like large striping or like anything just kind of like 80s or it's probably 90s, but this is a vintage Wrangler long sleeve pearl snap, and it went for $19.99 plus shipping. So like $30 on the Wrangler, and it's under a pound. It's gonna be right under a pound. Dang. So I keep trying to pull my poly bags, but they're like curled a little bit. So I keep grabbing like two of them at a time. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, this is a pretty good one. I love, color block. And now no one designs. Is color block bigger though? Is it bigger blocks, or is this considered color block? Like I guess it's kind of big for the blue though. It's just thin on the other ones. Yeah. I didn't put color block in this title. I just put vintage, and it did fine. Oh, you said that is color block? All right. Well, color block it is. But yeah, without even putting it in the title, they're looking for that. And it sticks out like a sore thumb on the listings, like that color. People want that right now. It's all coming back around, man. Stay Home to Shop says, what's the cost difference between 15-ounce first class and USPS flat rate envelope? So depending on what zone it goes to, I think $6.22 is the most for first class. But if it goes to like Hawaii, it's going to be like $6.70 or something, or $6.61, something like that. So like, I guess it would be $1.50 difference right now. But it may start to narrow that gap, who knows? It's kind of annoying. I mean, it's just part of the world, man. You got to make more money. Let's see. No One Decides says it covers stripes and the color block keywords. That covers stripes and color block keywords. Striped color block. I'll put striped color block. Yeah, I mean, you want to put. That's what I'm saying. Like, if that is what it is, you definitely want to put it. But I just put striped. So I just, do you think it would have gone for more money? Do you think I got 40 out of it? Maybe. I mean, it's pearl snap too. So might have left a little money on the table. But I also like to think when I don't get all the money, I always think, at least somebody got a good deal, right? And that's what people go to eBay for. They go for a good deal or something they haven't seen, a long time. This one's John Varvatos, long sleeve button shirt, just gray, and it went for $11.19 plus $8.99. It's like $20 at John Varvatos. So pretty good. I usually pick up John Varvatos. Sometimes they price it up. Some of the thrift stores know it's a decent brand. Some of them don't know what it is at all. So that went for $4.88. This was a pretty good one. I'll read the brand. It's one I've never picked up. It's the first time picking it up. It's this Cornelia. I'll show you the tag. Cornelia. I hope that zoomed in. It's 100% linen. That's why I picked it up. It's green like this. And it sold. I think it sold for about the same price as the John Varvatos. I'll look in a second. John Varvatos. That's a crazy last name. Must have been hard. Focus, Sean. Focus on the camera. There we go. Camera lost focus, guys. Yeah, so it's going to be 10 ounces. That one sold for, okay. So it sold for $9.09 plus shipping, but I had there's not much sales history, I don't think, when I bought it. I just, the 100% linen in that green color just spoke spring, summer to me. And I don't listen to myself all the time when it comes to what I feel a shirt will go for. I'm very data driven when it comes to that. But, it worked out. It worked out this time. Sometimes just experience selling clothes will help you get through. Okay. $5, 4 cents on the labels. 10 ounces. 10 ounces here. I'm going to take this phone down just because it's staring at me in the face. Actually, I'm going to put it here. Right there. Just in case something happens and I can see an alert come. It is on silent, though. I'm trying to be professional here. Not trying to have the phone ring during the live. All right, let's see. Bonobos. Ah, yeah, that's a good one. So this is Bonobos. You guys pick up Bonobos? It's a brand that Brian Roning told me about. If you guys don't know who Brian Roning is, he's one of my best friends. Brian Roning is a clothing seller out of Arizona. He is reviving his YouTube channel. We both started YouTube at the same time in 2020. And he had a video go pretty good about shopping at Marshall's, I think. He was doing the shoe game. And then we both kind of stopped YouTube at the same time. And then when we kind of started talking, well, I take that back. We talked throughout, when we stopped YouTube. But he recently put a video out a week and a half ago, and then he put another one out last night. So he's the one that told me about the Croft and Barrow dry fit shirts. He sells them for $20, $25, sometimes even closer to 30. It's pretty insane. He's got a lot of good knowledge. We're gonna boost Brian up, man, because he's doing some good things over there on his channel. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of work to run it full time and to run YouTube. That's why a lot of people end up just becoming they just go thrifting and do the YouTube, but then they're making decent money on that, and then they don't actually sell enough. And then sometimes people just do it part time, but it's very hard to balance and to be successful at both. I have to make enough money to support the family, to keep the business bills paid. And, YouTube's not going to do that. But I really enjoy talking to you guys and helping you out and answering your questions and trying to get you guys where I am so that, maybe you can try this out. You quit your job maybe and go for it. It's hard if you have a lot of bills because it's just tough to make money on, till you really get it narrowed in. And I got ways I'm trying to make it even better, but we'll see. I'm gonna show you guys, and one of those is the office setup I got going. It's gonna be cool. The thing is, my sister-in-law and my wife, they're really good when it comes to not art. Well, my sister-in-law is an artist. She does seamless files. If you guys don't know what seamless files are, they do. She hand draws things on the computer or tablet, and then people make baby clothes out of them. So it's called Art Working Mama. It's pretty cool. She's on Facebook, has a couple thousand followers, and she's killing it. So I think I'm gonna have them help design the space because when it comes to look at my wall. I have nothing but a Bears flag I got for Christmas a couple years ago, and then I have some instructions on what order to take photos. I don't have any cool stuff. So I want the space to be a cool place. I need some decent music. If you guys know decent playlists I can use, or just I don't want to do top 40, but I don't want to do just honky tonk music either. So I don't know. And then it's kind of the theme of the store has to fit what you're providing, right? No One Design says country. Yeah, country's good. That's probably going to be where I stay, just because I guess it's kind of safe and it's peaceful. But I don't know. Even some of the newer countries kind of changing. It wakes people up. Wall paint your logo. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually I'm glad you brought up wall paint your logo, stay home to shop, because I've never signed a lease for anything. I mean, I've bought a house, but I've never like rented a house. Like I just never have. So I did not know a lot of the terms in the lease. And I went to Chat GPT, and anytime I didn't understand one of the terms, I said, act as a lawyer. Like you can tell that in the beginning of the conversation, and then you can ask it questions. And then if it'll give you like a generic answer, then you can like do another more specific question on the question that you're asking. So I'm going to pull up the legal advice here. It says legal advice, but yeah, there's words like, let's see, estoppel certificates. Does anyone know what an estoppel certificate is? Because I didn't. Um, indemnify. There's that. So yeah, there's just a lot of things, and it really, really helped. ChatGPT is going to be like, it's going to help a lot of people just speed up when it comes to like getting answers for things. Next up, Ariat. This was actually a long sleeve. It still is. It's a long sleeve crew neck, and it had the Mexican flag and then Ariat in white with the Mexican flag like coloring. It was very cool. Or yeah, it's green, white, and red for the wording. And this sold for $19.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So I knew right away when I saw this. I think it was in one of my videos too, one of the thrift videos. Corsi Pirata says, I'm just starting and get so overwhelmed with all the brands that I go to Goodwill, watch, and come out empty-handed. Any advice for beginners? No One Design's got some advice. They say, pick a few brands in the beginning and stick with them. Stick with that when sourcing. Do that for 4 to 6 months, then branch out little by little. Of course, he says, thank you. So what I did in mine was, I wasn't concerned with like how many items I got. I was just concerned with something that would sell. So I would actually go through each brand and I would look up like, and I'm talking Faded Glory, all the brands that, you just didn't know. So what I would do is I typed the brand, and I used my phone so much. I went to eBay and I typed the brand, the size, the color, everything. And then I would do a more generic search. Sometimes I just look at the listings, the listings and the solds, the listings and the solds. And it's easier to do that at home from the desktop. But being in the field and touching the item and understanding that, you're soon going to be like, okay, I've looked that Faded Glory up. I'm not looking at it. Okay, I've looked that one up. I'm not looking. And then sometimes you'll find that some of the items that, let's say a Catherine's jean, that's like a plus size, like a 24, that can sell for like $25. And you'll see that it might get left there. And maybe that's where you have to like make your sales, make your living for a while until you just get better at really getting the good stuff. And then a lot of it's timing, right? Like if somebody gets to a thrift store before me and they have the same knowledge or more than me, they'll wipe the whole store out and I won't be able to find the good brands. But I know enough about like cheap brands that I can make some money that trip. So it just has to do with understanding the market for each items. Yeah, No One Design says everyone's learning curve is different. The thing about it is, like, say you took a lot of brands from Matt Thrift-A-Life and he's in California, and then you're like, I don't find any of this. Why can't I find it? Like, you kind of got to go with the brands in your town, is what I think. But he's they're onto something though, Yeah, you can make a list. That's a good thing too. Oh yeah, of course, he said they can't keep brands in their head. You're once you see it enough times, and especially once you sell it for a certain amount, you'll understand that I'm always going to find that Ralph Lauren big and tall 3XL. Like I'm not going to pass that up because it'll work. But yeah, it is tough. It's overwhelming. I understand. It's just I've been through the reps, so many times. And I tried to explain this in one of my videos. Like if you're a day one or week one or month one, it's very, very hard to match what you see on YouTube because people are doing YouTube already kind of have a little bit of knowledge of like selling. So, I mean, it took me like a long time to figure out brands, and I find new brands still and new styles and new things all the time. So it's very hard to compare what you see on the tube, Okay. So here's a question from Akmi Malsa Samalahi Samlawil Akami Ma Hustle. Do you have any hi, do you have to put something in the area item specific California warning? I have no clue what that is. I have seen it, but I don't know what it means. I would use ChatGPT and ask it. Honestly, they'll be the best thing to ask, but I've never put anything like that. And I know I didn't say your name right, but I wanted to try because maybe I did say it right. Let's see. No One Design says, and don't listen to YouTube resellers on brands like me. Look for brands that, oh, like Taylor said. Okay, yeah, look for brands in your area. Yeah. Akimisal. Okay, so I was close. I was close. I wasn't close. Okay. So we got some advice on the California warning. Stay home to shop says copy exactly the manufacturer's text only if available, or leave it blank. So that is what that means. Very good, very good. Thank you for that, because I had no clue. I've been to California once before. Saw like the sights, you know. I got the picture with the Hollywood sign in the background. It was on my MySpace, actually. MySpace or Facebook? I think it was on both. I don't know. Okay, we have a. This is the green and blue plaid Eddie Bauer flannel. Let's see. It's under £1. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's really good. Akimasal, because it's good to have 48 people, 23 likes. It's good to have people from all over that know things that you don't know, because it's very hard to know everything. So it's nice you can just ask, because you just don't know. I mean, people have the answer, it's just finding those people who are kind enough to provide it for us. So that's good. That's why I like the community, the YouTube, just the followers and stuff. At first when you start that kind of thing, social media, I'll be honest, I was trying to see how much money can I make, but whenever it kind of broke down, it got more into I'm not even concerned with how many followers that I have. I'm more concerned with how many people come and interact, and you can have a play button, silver play button, and 100,000 people, but you go live and you have maybe less than 100 people. So truly it comes down to do you have a community that's trying to grow with you or root you on while they're doing their thing? And then like you said, you had a question, you came in here and you got the answer. Maybe it would have taken you an hour to find that without coming in here, or a couple hours, so it's a very cool thing. It's a very cool thing. I like it a lot. Oh, here we go. So this is going to Hawaii. This is 15 ounces and it's $6.78. So I know we were talking earlier, what's the highest? So that is less than $1 difference than priority. Ouch. Who's wearing a flannel in Hawaii? Answer me that. But maybe it gets 60 degrees and they have to wear flannels. Miss Lachey says, clothing is a secondary category for me. So I'm zero in on men's. You zero in on men's. When I thrift, I choose section for that day, etc. Jeans or shirts, sweaters. I look things I'm not familiar with and focus on sell-through rate. That's cool. Yeah, it's sell-through rate is a biggie for sure. All right, let's see. We've got this Ralph Lauren short sleeve button shirt. This is the green and white purple plaid. It sold for $15.99 plus shipping. It was an XL, and it's the custom fit. Custom fit XL. All right. 10 ounces here. 10 ounces. So yeah, my son, he's a baby. And we were listening to that Moana song with the rock singing. And that jingle's in my head, It's a good one. Did y'all see the live action? Is that going to be a thing? The live action movie? No One Design says, Taylor, just wondering if you use any software for your business. List Perfectly, Flip, Costlier, PostShare. Great question. No, I do not. I use ChatGPT for YouTube titles occasionally just to get some ideas. Sometimes I use it for I don't know. That's probably the only thing I use. But no, what was it? Not List Perfectly, but the other one. Vendu. They reached out to me to do a video, and I was like, I don't use you guys, but they said they were coming up with a way that if something double sells or something sells like on Poshmark and you have eBay and Poshmark, they're trying to set up a thing where it'll auto delist, not just notify you, but automatically take it down from eBay. And I said, if that came out, then maybe I would create another account and test it out and then share with you guys my opinions on it. But they never reached back out, so they're still working on it. It's got to be a tough thing to do. But no, I don't use any software. So No One Design says $7.04 for me to Hawaii on the southeast coast. Yikes. We use flannels in 40. We use flannels in Florida at 60 degrees. Yeah. Now I know. I understand. I got these shoes. These are the New Balance Rova. It's got like this little turtle shell looking thing, or like that Australian building or bridge that they got. It looks kind of like that. I was actually using this for myself. I bought these, but they're white mesh on the front, and they kept getting dirty because of Ragnar. Every time I would wear them, he'd just kick up dust, and I was cleaning them, and I ended up just cheap selling them. I sold them for $20.99 plus shipping, so $30 on these. I actually paid probably like 10 or 15 for these, but I was just tired of cleaning them, and then I tried to use them as a workout shoe, and they were too narrow. Let's see. Akimasol says, I've not been selling on eBay too long, but I live by everything. That sells, and I don't trust the comps. I put what I want in return. Low offers tarnishes the brand. Yeah, I had a guy telling me about the low accepting low offers, like devaluing the brand, and I don't think we're putting out enough on the market to really do that. I mean, there's a lot of like Ralph Lauren's out there, you know. You cheap sell one or two, like that person cheap buying it may be reselling it for more too. But yeah, it's there's a lot of ways to look at it, man. I'm just trying to feed my family and be my employee, you know. Like, I don't know, I'm just trying to get them sold. Like, I'm not trying to wait for all of it, because you'll fill up your garage and not have anything sell is the problem. Matt Spencer, what's up, man? He says, just started selling on eBay. Thanks for the knowledge and some of the name brand names. Yeah, for sure. You're welcome, man. I'm here to share. I think there's a lot out there, you know. Everyone can kind of get their little slice of the pie. So I don't mind sharing. At first, I thought I was going to destroy like my what I got going on by sharing, and it's really not the case. I mean, you guys are from all over the country, or maybe even the globe. I've had people in different countries, chat and chime in. So Miss Lachey says some people work in cold environments. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Roning, yo, what's up, man? He's the mod of the chat. He's my only mod. Actually, my wife's a mod. She said it. I made her a mod. He wants to say listing software is a pain. Hire someone overseas. Listing software robots. Oh, you're saying hiring a physical person overseas, like an actual human over a bot, is a better thing. Yeah, I've heard of some people doing that. They say it can be as cheap as $3 an hour to hire somebody to list. You just have to provide photos. The problem is there's going to be the language barrier most likely, and then you also have to spend some time training them. So maybe even if they are listing, 40 a day, 20, 40 a day, then you're gonna have to check over those listings, unless you just want to risk it and roll the dice. I check over my eBay. I check over my listers' work because I want to make sure that they're gonna sell. Because it only takes a couple keywords, sizing, something to be incorrect, and then it just doesn't sell. So this one I packed up. I don't really remember what it was. Definitely a shirt. Oh, it was a Lululemon hoodie, a men's Lululemon hoodie, and it only sold for 19 plus shipping. I don't know why. I just didn't demand that much money. It was just like a real thin one too. Let's see. Keenan Moore says, when you up weight, when you up weight, does it come on that terminal? When you weigh up, do it come on that terminal? Are you talking about like weighing the packages? I'm weighing them on a scale. The post office sometimes scans them and doesn't weigh them, but if it goes to a location where it weighs them and you're incorrect, they're going to send you a little charge. Yeah, so I think that's what you're asking. Might have been like a little mistype, or I just not understanding the question. So we got Oakley's long sleeve shirt. This sold for 7 plus shipping. Really not much money. It was kind of plain. When it comes to Oakley, it can be tricky. There's a lot of money in that brand, but there's a lot of like not money in that brand. A lot of low value stuff in that brand. And sometimes I gotta try it, I don't but if you think about it, 7 plus 9, that's $16, You're spending like a buck or two, even 4, you're still making money. Just not a lot. 10 ounces. Damn. Let's see. Oh no, Eric. Eric said, did you just put those New Balance shoes? Did you put the New Balances in a flat rate envelope? Yeah, I used the legal flat rate. This right here. So I would do that with caution, because the way that works is the person at the post office, it's up to their discretion whether or not it does say if it fits, it ships, but they actually have discretionary like power on saying, no, this is not going to work. So if that does happen, kindly ask for the postmaster and just talk to them about it. But I did have a run-in when I first started doing that, and now they know me up there, so like they're okay. But yeah, Brian says if it fits, it ships. I have to try that. I've always used shoe boxes. Yeah, you can pretty much in the legal size, you can fit up to. Now this depends on. Oh, come on. This depends on how wide the shoe is. Like if you're trying to put Hokas in there, like you're gonna have a harder time. But if it's just like a standard shoe, like those were size 10.5 men's, you can fit maybe up to an 11 and get it to fit. Anything bigger than that, you'll probably need a shoe box. So women's can fit in the smaller one. Yeah. New Balance Minimus is a good one. I put those in there all the time, but sometimes those are under a pound. But yeah, I'm trying to get out of shoes though. I listed like 8 shoes last night, and I feel like it took me forever to list the 8 shoes, man. Let's see. No One Design says accepting low offers is fine, but you have to be disciplined on how low percentage you should accept. $50 item offer comes in for $40. That's 20% off is fine if the cost of goods is $3 to $4. Yeah, I mean, and it depends, dude. If I have a $50 item that, I want to sell, like I'll sell it for really low, just because if I can find it again, or if it's not truly worth 50. But I have a chart. I put a chart out there on like how much to pay for items. It's on my link tree, and that kind of helps you gauge the value. If you want to know, like from my experience, if you pay $4 and something sells for $20, including shipping, like you're buying a $5 or $7 label. If it's $7.60, like it's going to be low, but you're talking like maybe $5 to like, $7, $8 profit. So it's very tight because you can make mistakes, but if you sell, 10,000 a year, like you're going to make a business. So, and you're going to have better wins, better items. It's not always going to be that range. It's just, that's kind of something to think about. Because most items bought on eBay are for $20, $30. Like people really aren't spending tons of money, but the ones that are, it's like you have to find those items, and they're really hard to find. This one is, let's see, this item that's up here sold already, so I got to back out of it. I get really, really mixed up when it's the same color, and I'm just like grabbing it, but I need to look at the SKUs each time. This is Travis Matthew golf shorts. Went for $9.09 plus shipping, and it's going to be first class. I need to learn to type better. 57 people watching, 27 likes. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you guys joining me on a Sunday, taking time out of your day. Hopefully you're working, doing something productive. But if not, like, I'm just glad you're here to hang out. It makes me feel appreciated. Makes me feel appreciative of all the people out there. I've had a pretty good week. I know Monday I'm going to take that trip to Lawton, Oklahoma. So if you guys are in the Lawton area and you want to like eat lunch with me, let me know on Instagram or whatever. But I'm going to drop off the jeans to that thrift store that hooked me up with the shirts. I got a bunch of jeans I pulled from my store that I just don't really even want to mess with. It's going to be low profit anyway, and they're going to be able to get more money out of it in person. So really excited about that. And there's a couple stores. Unfortunately, the Goodwills in that district are closed on Monday. Same as mine. It's actually the same district. But there's two like church ones, or like, the ones that are just tied to like other things. They're open. So I'm going to check those out, drop those jeans off, and then come back home. I got a lot of things to plan out. I got to work on building out the new photo station in the office building that I'm getting. That's one thing I need to knock out this week. And I need to officially do the lease. I got to get business insurance, renter's insurance, and I got to get internet set up down there. So there's a couple things I got to do. And then of course, Tuesday I have Randy coming in. She's working 9 to 5. So that's one of her longer days. She's working Tuesday, Thursday this week. So really happy about having her in. And what I do is if she works 7 hours, she does like 4 hours of photos and 3 hours of listing. If it's 6 hours, she does 4 hours of photos, 2 hours of listing. So I'm just trying to maximize her strengths, because her strength is obviously photos, but I want her to learn to list as well. But I don't want to, I'd rather have some photos left over for me to knock out, because I can just pump them out much faster. And I actually, I have to go over her listings too still. It'll take some time for me to feel confident with her, just because, it's my business. I've been doing it for a long time, and I want to make sure that things are going to sell and accurately listed. This one is, this one is Brooks Brothers. It's a long sleeve button shirt, blue stripe, went for 11 plus shipping. It's like $20 on the Brooks Brothers. Their business shirts do okay. They're not as good as the casual ones. The flannels do really good. Some of their sweaters do really good, Brooks Brothers. And I know people buy some of their suit coats and stuff do well. Let's see. Brian Roning says, I've been having a hard time selling Oakley polos. Yeah, I've been going just for the bigger sizes on Oakley polos, like 2XLs. I just tried that crew neck out. It was probably $1. That's probably why I tried it out. 10 ounces. Oakley polos pre-owned are 25% sell-through rate general. Not a big mover yet. See, 25 is okay for me, but I just, it kind of depends though. Like it has to have a certain look, right? It can't just be a red one, right? A red large. Like I'm not picking those up anymore, but if it's pattern or something and it's even a low sell-through rate, I'll pick it up. Brian says, yeah, not too long ago, they were 50%. Yeah, like 2 years. Agree. Yeah, things change pretty fast on the eBay listings. I mean, 2 years seems like a long time, but Known Design says 3 years ago they were over 50%. Yeah. That would free up a lot of time. Yeah, whenever it comes to having an employee, it absolutely frees up time, because whenever she's working, I can either go create a video, I can do editing, I can just do more work. But the thing is, you want to make sure whatever you're doing with that free time is you're gonna make money. You're not just trying to hang out. You got to do some stuff to keep the money up. Here's another Brooks Brothers. This is more of like a blue, white, orangish plaid. This one went for $14.39 plus shipping. So yeah, here's a great example. So this Brooks Brothers, because it has the plaid and it's blue or whatever, it's like the blue orange. It went for $3 more than just the blue striped, because it's a little bit better. It's got a little bit more going on. So that's kind of how I look at it. But some solid colors can do really well, like the Ralph Lauren solid blacks. Like some of those do better than a blue stripes Ralph Lauren. So it there's a lot of nuances when it comes to what sells, how fast it sells, and how long you're willing to wait, and how low of money you're willing to profit. Because this Brooks Brothers, I mean, If I would have got an $8 offer, I probably would have accepted that too. 8 plus 9, that's 17. I would have accepted it because I find Brooks Brothers all the time. And yeah, I'd rather have like some money coming in all the time. Speaking of some money coming in all the time, do you guys do daily payouts or weekly payouts? Or like, is it twice a month? Do they have that or monthly? Because I just switched mine to weekly. I know, I did it. Here's a pair of jeans. This is an American Eagle jeans. This is the exact type that I was like passing off to that other store because it's a size 8, which they didn't want any small women's jean sizes. They wanted small men's sizes and big women's jean sizes. So that's kind of a sign. Like if a thrift store wants that, they know that's what's selling because resellers are buying them. But yeah, I'm just getting tired of like the low profit in the jeans category because I went way too heavy in them. And I probably only paid a couple, like maybe $1 or $2 for these. So yeah, I'm trying to get out of the low end jeans. If it's a jean, it needs to be 30 plus, maybe 40 for me to pop on it. Road Trip and Drone says, I stayed up late last night posting while I was tired. This morning I had to fix so many mistakes. Yeah, oh man. I hear you. That stinks, man. Hey, now you know, right? Like maybe do photos. Maybe you'll have less mistakes doing photos if you're tired. But yeah, you don't want to have to do double work. I worked for a construction company. It was general contractor. We worked on this we actually worked on do you remember the Secretary of State Rex Tillerson went for Trump? We worked on his place. He had like this $10.4 million house. It was insane. I did like the pergola, like when you drive underneath, in the front, like a hotel has those overhangs. He had that in the front of his house, dude. It's crazy. I worked on like the what would it be? Not it'd be like the soffit, I guess. I worked up on that and like some of the pillars of it, and then I did some other things. Like that wood composite that you would see for like a boat deck, kind of like, or the ramp that goes out, and then there's like a dock. Is it a dock? Yeah, like a boat dock. That composite stuff, I like put one of those together. I did a poor job on it. I was having a hard time, man. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I had a friend. Well, he's one of my coworkers. His friend. He called it double time construction because anytime we would do something, our boss it'd not be up to his standards because he'd been in the industry for so long. So we'd have to do it again. So we called it double time construction was the name of it. Sorry, Steve. We just weren't very good, man. You're too hard on us. Didn't pay us enough. That's the truth of it. All right. So Queen Boss Lady says, get business insurance through Next Insurance. It's super easy online, affordable. I pay $16 a month for 89,000 inventory, aggregation of 2 million. Yeah, the aggregation has to be 1 to 2 million. So, I mean, 16 a month's probably fine. I'll see if my personal insurance like has a deal that's cheaper, but if not, I'm going to write Next Insurance down on my notebook. That's a good tip. I really appreciate that. I just got to find the page that has the notes for all the stuff. I guess it's right here. Let's see. Renters insurance, insurance farmers. I'll put Next Insurance online. Do y'all remember the Next Bus? Whenever people would do the dates on the Next Bus on MTV, some guys would step right off the bus and then they play the music and the woman or the guy, they're just like, next, get back on the bus, geek. I love that stuff, man. I love that kind of stuff. MTV. Next, we're going to go online business insurance. Online biz insurance. Insurance. Thank you, Queen Boss Lady. You must truly be a boss. All right, we got the North Face. This is a green plaid short sleeve button shirt. They're not the best sellers. Ooh, I just got an offer on some Ariat jeans, $30 plus shipping for some FR. Those are the ones with the stains all on the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that one. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to accept it real quick. Yeah, these had the stains and a tear on the front. Sweet. And they're in Texas, even better. All right. I like giving people deals that live in the state. No One Design says, I started to use eBay file exchange about 4 or 5 years ago and never looked back for listing clothing. My lister can pump out 50 to 70 listings per day with file exchange. So you take the photos and then she does the listings? How's it going? I do weekly payouts. Yeah, I haven't gotten the first one. I just switched to it. No One Design says monthly payouts for me. Yeah, that's I figure it's gonna be easier to kind of like just see the numbers better. Like when you get daily payouts, it's kind of just a lot of transactions. So I'm gonna switch. Dun, 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 dun. This one went for like 12 plus shipping. Here we go. This is a Ralph Lauren. This is like their V-neck yellow sweater. Let's see if it's over a pound. It's under a pound. Dun, dun, dun. Let's bag it up. Come on. There we go. She does photos and listings. So what is the file exchange you're talking about? Is that just like having another user on your account so that they can't access your account, but like they can do the listings? Is that what you mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've set one up, but I just have her do the main account. I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, photos and listings 50 to 70 a day is pretty good. I mean, I think Randy will get there too, for sure. She's doing really good. And she's not worked like, she mainly works like 6 hours. Like every now and then she'll work 7, but like I didn't want her to start. Yeah, you're saying file exchange service, it's free for sellers, but what does a file exchange service do? Don't say exchanges files because I don't know what files you're exchanging. So I'm trying to figure out. Correction, I do monthly payouts, but I initiate a payout every Monday and sometimes it hits the same day. Oh, interesting. That's from Rob. Never thought about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, it's not like I need the money like that day or that week or that month, but like, I just want to see if it's easier. A friend of mine told me that's how he does it. And what he does is every week he does 25% to his tax account for quarterly taxes. And then he, what was the other thing he does? He gets the monthly pay in, he does 25 for taxes, and then maybe he saves 25 or something, and then 20. I don't know. It's easier for him to like see his numbers that way. I can't remember his method, but it just makes it just really clear, Oh, so it does an Excel file. Oh, you're saying file exchange for like the sales and stuff, so you can see the numbers better? Is that what you mean? That makes sense. Instead of just like printing that report or whatever. Yeah, I got you if that's what you mean. Let's see, this is a Tommy Bahama. Makes accounting easier and able to calculate profits and such. Got you. No, not that. It's for listing. So if your photographer is doing, okay, so she's doing photos and listings, but then she's using the file exchange service to transfer the listing data. Yeah. Google file exchange for eBay. I'll have to look into that because I'm still confused on like what benefit it is, unless she's not on site or like she's at her house listing and then just transferring the data to you so that it took too long to type. Oh, you said to Google. Yeah, no, I definitely will. I mean, I just trying to figure out how it really benefits you. But if you've been using it for 3-4 years, it's gotta be good. So, and that's the other thing. When it comes to like these different things, sometimes it takes a while to implement. Like, I'm not one that can just read something or hear it and just like implement it in the process. Like my processes have taken a long time to develop, even though they're basic. They take like a long time to like mature. Like I was gonna say maturate. I don't know if maturate's a word, but like I want to make sure that it doesn't fail. If I set it up and spend 2 or 3 hours, I want to make sure that it's gonna work, and I want to do it right so I'm not messing up. Because if you start messing around too much and then you start losing track of like what's working and making the money, then you got to like backtrack and fix it. So, but yeah, I got it. I got you. That's cool, man. It's a cool tool. I'm sure eBay's got a lot of stuff like that I don't look into because, it's stuff's complicated, But as the business grows, I guess some of that stuff's going to be more important. 101. So this is a Lucky Brand short sleeve pearl snap shirt. It sold for 10 plus shipping. So Lucky Brand short sleeve pearls, like I pick them up. Sometimes they price them high because I see Lucky Brand. They price them like $8, $9. I definitely don't pick them up at that price, but anything under $4 is pretty solid in this brand. That style too. Okay. 56 people, 29 likes. Really appreciate it. This is the last one. The tub is empty. So from here, I'm going to. Ooh, Queen Boss Lady says, I want to know about file exchange. Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I'll look into it. I'll talk about it. I don't know if I'll make a whole video about it, but I'll definitely, if it works out, you know, then I want to share it, you know. Because, yeah, I mean, if no one design says it's too long to type out, then that means it might have enough like meat for a video, you know, like enough data to talk about. I just don't want to implement it and then not understand it 100% and talk about it. I kind of just try to talk about what I know. Oh, so No One Design says, I have 2 employees. One takes photos and processes inventory. The one that only lists uses file exchange. They work 4 hours per day, 3 days a week. Yeah, so he's splitting it up. That's a little different, but what did Brian say? Every thrift thinks Michael Kors is cool. Then Michael Kors purses and men's button-ups, price them up. Yeah, that's so funny. Like I wanted to do like some spoofing of thrift stores and how they price things, but then people thought I was picking it up. Kind of, they didn't know I was joking, so I'd have to make it more obvious. Queen Boss Lady agrees. Hilarious. Yeah, I know it. Corsi says, File Exchange is end-to-end selling tool that enables high-volume sellers to list multiple items on eBay in a single file. File Exchange is a great tool for sellers to easily transfer their files from their computer to eBay. Okay. All right, so while we were shipping, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more sales happened while I was shipping. So pretty sweet. Pretty happy about that. I did just launch items like, I don't know, 4 hours ago. So maybe people are just shopping right now in this afternoon window. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. I will see you on the best of the week sold video. It's going to come out hopefully Tuesday if I don't screw things up. Also, I'm going to do a hometown thrift video. I think is what I want to do for the end of the week next week. So No One Design says there's a trick to have file exchange to work with clothing. You need Excel template sheets. That is the trick. Yeah. I wonder how fast it is. Like how fast does it take for the one person to take photos and the one person to use the file exchange? Because Randy's pretty fast. It's not like my speed, but I think she's gonna get close to challenging it soon. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming on. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.